All right, so this week we have been talking about mysteries and looking more closely to the clues that are in our mystery books. And so today we're going to talk about what kind of work or what kind of thinking does the mystery want you as the reader to do. So I want to remind you that when you read mysteries, you don't want to check our anchor charts and notice a bullet and decide that is the work you want to do today. And you don't want to pick up a mystery and think, what does my teacher want me to do today? All right, so I won't usually be with you when you read mysteries from now on because you guys are doing your mystery reading independently, okay? So today I want to teach you that the text will teach you how to read it. Mystery readers ask, what kind of mind work does this text want me to do? They know that mysteries will sometimes signal to read fast and sometimes read closely and slowly. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen to share my anchor chart. All right, so we have mystery readers. We have talked about how they ask, what's the mystery here? They ask, who is the crime solver? They pay close attention to clues. They look out for red herring clues. They predict, so they draw on suspects' motives and opportunities. They pause to retell, and they think about how mystery books go. So today we're going to ask ourselves, what mind work is this text signaling me to do? All right, I gotta move you again. So places worth closely reading in a mystery book. So sometimes you have to read slow and look closely at the reading. So here are some of those places that you do that. So when you meet a new character, when at the crime scene, when you spot a clue, when the detective pauses to retell, or when you encounter a possible suspect. All right, so let's go back to the absent author since we are done with that book, and let's go back to that and see where in the text it signaled for us to read closely and slowly. All right, let me move everyone out of the way. Okay, so I want you guys, when I'm done reading, you guys should be able to tell me which bullet point told me that I need to read slowly and closely in. So here we go. I mean, maybe Maureen Higgins wasn't telling the truth. Maybe she kidnapped him. And she's hiding him in her lunchbox, Ruth Rose said. Very funny, Ruth Rose, Josh said. Maureen Higgins said she drove Wallace Wallace to the hotel. But what if she drove him somewhere else? You could be right, Dink said. That's why we're going to the hotel. With Dink in the lead, the four approached the check-in counter in the hotel lobby. Excuse me, Dink said to the man behind the counter. May we help you? He said. He was the saddest looking man Dink had ever seen. He had thin black hair and droopy eyebrows. His skinny mustache looked like a sleeping centipede. A name tag on his suit coat said Mr. Linkletter. We're looking for someone. Mr. Linkletter stared at Dink. He's supposed to be staying in this hotel, Josh said. The man twitched his mustache at Josh. All right, so in this short part from the absent author, the author signaled for us to read closely in our mystery book. So who can tell me, how did we know we needed to read closely and slowly? Did we meet a new character? Were we at a crime scene? Did we spot a clue? Did the detective pause to retell? Or did we encounter a possible suspect? What do you think? Niley, I think I see your hand. Go ahead. Niley, did I see your hand? Okay, Irisu, go ahead.
I feel like we spotted a clue, or the detective pauses to retell,
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Irsu. I definitely think
or a
that
possible suspect.
the detective paused to retell. Okay. So we can look at that because Dink and Josh and Ruth Rose were having a conversation about Maureen and the information she gave them. So that is definitely correct. And I could say that we spotted a clue. Okay, we were first introduced to Mr. Linkletter, so we could say that. All right, anything else, or do you agree that we paused to retell? Give me a thumbs up if you agree that the detective paused to retell. I see Gabe's thumb, and Paxton's thumb, and Heavenly's thumb. And Jay's thumb. Caitlin's thumb. And Irsu's thumb. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. So keep in mind this list when you are reading your mystery books is the author will signal for you to read closely when there's a new character, when you're at the crime scene, when you spot a clue, when the detective pauses to retell, and when you encounter a possible suspect. All right. Okay, let me show you your independent work for today.